This week,
Oh, I feel sick.
there's more to life than cooking and cleaning for English traveller Scarlett.
I don't cook.
So close friend Danielle's opening the doors in the world of glamour modelling.
I don't even know why you're nervous, Scar. Are you worried that they're going to make you look too raunch?
Irish traveller Jimmy is battling the council.
We could do with being housed badly.
They've no power or toilets and a baby on the way.
2 months left to go, and I just hope we're housed by then.
And businessmen David and Alistair are intent on protecting their land.
We know the sandpit was used as a toilet. We have got witnesses to say that people were urinating into the sand here.
In Luton, English traveller sisters Scarlett and Tammy have unique views on the typical traveller way of life.
I will not be a typical travelling wife. When your husband comes home from work...
She means an housewife. I'm
Yeah.
not going to be an housewife.
I will not. I refuse to be an housewife. I will not slave on a man. If you want your dinner, you will go and get your own dinner.
From your mum.
Yes, exactly, from your mum. I think the eyebrow stuff's in that other makeup though. Make them really dark.
18-year-old Scarlett and 16-year-old Tammy share a trailer on a permanent site with their family.
I love my family. I'm very, very close to my sister. She's like my best friend.
Do that.
She looks out for me. She encourages me to do loads of things.
My eyebrows need to be more arched.
She's always got something going on in her life all the time. That's like every day.
If someone ever said, I am the Kim K of the family, you're like the Chloe.
Traditionally, girls in the travelling community grow up to become housewives, but Scarlett is about to break the mould.
I wanted to be a model when I was like 5 or 6 and I'd walk up and down pretend I'm on a catwalk show. I knew it was something I wanted to do.
This afternoon, former Page 3 model Danielle has agreed to help Scarlett with her modelling dream.
I've known Scarlett and Tammy for like 3-4 years. I feel Scarlett can be herself around me.
Gorgeous Danielle became friends with the girls when she was in a 7-year on-off relationship with an English traveller.
What do you actually want to do? Do you want to do glamour?
What is glamour modelling?
Sexy. To me, modelling's not a big deal because I've been doing it now like 15 years and Gorgeous always doing naughty stuff publicly. But I know that for travellers it's different because they don't want to upset people. What can you actually wear? Can you wear a bikini?
We can wear bikinis.
What about like a nice lacy bra? But then a nice lacy bra's not going to go with a sarong.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and you're not allowed to do that.
There's certain things we can't do, like nudity, and we can't show too much.
Hot pants we are. We wear hot pants like short.
So you can do hot pants in a bra?
But we're not allowed to do bra.
We've got to be covered up, and like, you don't really hear many of travelling girls doing modelling.
So basically you've got to have a little sarong round you.
This ain't covered here yet. It's not us, is it, Tammy? It's me mum.
Obviously they've got a lot of respect for their mum and they need to abide by what their mum says. Not like me, where my mum said to me that she would disown me if I did Page 3, but I just did it anyway. Well, we'll have to improvise then.
Improvise.
Danielle's already booked Scarlett her very first photo shoot with a top tabloid newspaper. In 2 months' time, Scarlett will become the first traveller girl ever to do glamour. So today they've hit the shops to see what Scarlett might be able to wear on the day so not to upset her family.
You can't wear bras, can you?
No.
No. I like that, but her mum thinks she's too booby. Her mum's not going to let her wear that without a sarong, is she?
Do they do like sarongs in here?
Mum's been really clear with what they are and aren't allowed to do. No nudity. No minge and tits on show.
Tammy knows that Scarlett will have to be careful with what she chooses to wear.
Travellers love gossip.
Well, I'm coming out.
But you can still see your crotch at the bottom.
One thing happens in your life, just gets spreaded everywhere.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's nice.
I think actual travelling people is going to like sit there and talk about me for doing this, and I think that's what I've got to battle.
Would your mum let you wear that on a shoot, do you think?
This, because it's not like, you know.
Yeah, I was really surprised because I think they've probably tried on more revealing stuff today than what they'll have on at the shoot. But Scarlett's so headstrong, like it doesn't matter what anyone tells her, it's her life.
You know what, I want it and I'm going to go and get it. You know, everyone's got a dream.
my grandfather's place here. He had a house.
In the Irish town of Cashel in Tipperary, 23-year-old Irish traveller Jimmy lives on the side of a road, surrounded by generations of his family.
Well, boys, how are you?
How are you?
This is my caravan here.
Jimmy shares his caravan with his partner Ali and 3 young children. And he shares his time with his cousin Ned,
Hard game.
who's always on hand for a game of horseshoes.
Ah, boys. Oh, he's a bit of a character, Jimmy is.
Who's the boss?
Ned's the boss. With all the shit going on, Jimmy's still cracking an old smile. Have a mess.
Boss. See you later, alligator.
Jimmy might be winning his game of horseshoes, but he hasn't been so lucky in the housing department. 1 month ago, Jimmy and his family were evicted from this site by the council.
He said it wasn't habitable for to be living here. They pulled me out of here and pulled me over there where it would be, they said, would be habitable. On that bad binge, like that over there isn't suitable for any kids.
Jimmy thinks he knows why he's not allowed to settle on this bit of ground.
The council made a deal with some of the neighbours that no travellers will live here no more.
He sat in the council office for the full day, like, and he said, I'm not moving till you give me somewhere to go. He said, I'm not putting my children on the bend. He said, I'm not risking their lives. Like.
The young family have been on the list for a council property for over 6 years, but have had no luck.
Saddling her up, boy. They said nothing we can do. There's nothing there. There's no houses available. There's nothing there. Where I am, on the bit of ground I'm on, if they put in toilets, water and a bit of electric for me, I'll be happy enough. They said, no, that can't be done.
But the poor amenities are extra concerning, as Ali is due to give birth to their 4th child in just over 8 weeks' time.
You have to worry about, is there gas, is there electric, is the generator broke? If it breaks in the middle of the night, then you're in the darkness. The heaters in here don't actually work. We have to then drag in a gas heater, which then the fumes off it. That's not good for a newborn. 2 months left to go. And I just hope we're housed by then.
Back in England, Elmbridge is one of the wealthiest parts of Surrey and known as the Beverly Hills of Britain.
There you go, that's copy for you.
But the town has a history of unwelcome summer visitors.
It sounded like chains rattling.
Traveller encampments turning up on the village park.
They just bombed in, just one after the other.
And the residents say they've had enough.
Why do they feel it's their God-given right to do what they're doing?
They're not from our community.
They are potential criminals.
All he could turn around and say to me, it's a nice bit of gold you got around your neck.
There is human excrement everywhere.
That's animal behaviour in my book.
I don't want people like that here.
Yes, OK, they're humans, but they don't live like humans.
Timmy, I love straight lines. Got to be straight lines.
Local Cobham newsagent and community leader David has been affected more than most.
We've had a lot of antisocial behaviour, shoplifting, threats to my staff, to my customers. That has a major effect on business.
David and fellow businessman Alistair decided to take direct action.
We wanted a quick way to alert each other if there were some problems, and so it's much easier to use a radio, just click, talk and out. We in the past have had GoPros on body braces just in the centre here, and that means, and they really do not like to have their picture taken. I will not tolerate crime. Even if we were standing here now and some kids went past swearing their heads off, I would tell them off. Now, if that makes me a vigilante, then I am a vigilante. I have to look after my staff, I have to look after the customers that are in the shop, and I will react accordingly. Now, I will react without fear, so I will do whatever I think is necessary. We will actually sit on them, and I mean sit on them.
The local settled residents have got together to force the council to act.
We are becoming intolerant of tolerance. We have literally had enough. The uprising is coming.
Oh, I feel sick.
It's the day of the photo shoot. Sisters Scarlett and Tammy have come to London with gorgeous Danielle. Scarlett's first step into the world of glamour is for a major tabloid newspaper.
We're all in here, girls.
Meeting the girls there is features editor Susan.
Scarlett, Tammy.
Hi, girl. It's very exciting for us here at the Daily Star Sunday to have the very first Traveller girl in our paper. It's amazing.
Danielle's not a traveller and has no worries about bearing all, unlike Scarlett.
I don't even know why you're nervous, Scar. Are you worried that they're going to make you look too raunch? No, they're not. Babe, it's a family newspaper.
The brief for me today is very, very easy. It's basically underwear, lots of bright colours, as you can see that I've got here. No black. And everybody goes to me, oh, we love black. Not today.
I don't think they understand our culture. I just think their clothes are going to be too showy. I hope Scarlett just don't come off like badly. My family will be very upset.
With the glamour makeover complete, it's time for Scarlett to get into her first outfit. But it seems that the underwear doesn't comply with the rules of Scarlett's community.
They're just very see-through, aren't they?
Yeah, it's underwear.
I don't know what to say.
I need to know what you will and won't wear.
I didn't get told any of this. No underwear, which I made that clear to Danielle. You know, I made it clear to you about underwear.
But I got told the brief was classy.
To use, that's classy to me.
Scarlett's just dropped the bombshell that she doesn't want to wear the knickers. So if you want to be a glamour model, but you only want like this being shown, we're going to have a few difficulties. Yeah, not ideal.
It's all underwear.
Yeah, no, I know, it's an underwear shoe, it's a glamour shoe. She doesn't want to show her moo-moo.
Babe, to be honest, like, I feel a bit cheesed off. I'm cheesed off.
With who?
It's like your first shoe, it's like you've come across like a diva, like no one will want to work with you.
That's not my fault. I didn't get told it was this.
Babe, it's glamour modelling. She's so scared of what people are going to think of her in the Traveller community. People put pressure on her that she can't do what she wants to do, which I think is really unfair, but she's the one that's got to face the music if it's too revealing.
It's a tense wait for Danielle and the team as stylist Marie tries to salvage the shoot.
Do you like this one?
I love that one. You look lovely in it, honestly.
Is she looking good, Marie?
Yeah, she looks amazing.
Can we see?
Just come in, one of you. The first one, I want to do this with a ring.
Oh my God! Oh my... Hello. Listen, that isn't bad at all.
She's over-worried, I think.
Wait till you see her. Wait till you see her.
Finally, Scarlett's found an outfit she's happy with.
That looks great.
And with some clever positioning from stylist Marie,
Just come out a bit so we can see, but we can't see there.
they're ready to go.
In travelling community, if you make one mistake, you know, you're so-and-so. But it's not like I'm doing anything wrong. I'm just taking some photos and something that I want to do.
Smile, do we need teeth? Tits and teeth.
Smile, lovely.
That's a really strong shot.
Lovely.
I think I'm now like I'm just worried about what other people's going to think and say about me, because I know how it feels to be really, really disowned and talked about in a community, and it's horrible.
You really are overthinking.
No, yeah, I know, yeah, no, I am overthinking.
And I think when it comes out, you'll be like, whew.
Back in Cobham, local resident Gina and her daughter Holly love their Romany gypsy neighbours.
I was actually born in Cobham and lived in Cobham all my life, and have grown up with gypsies. Some of the loveliest people you can imagine.
But something has got their goat.
It was just mass destruction and disruption.
They believe this recent encampment was a different group altogether.
It's the Irish travellers that invaded the recreation ground.
It was over that end where the travellers broke in.
It's frustrating because people think of Traveller and Gypsy as the same thing. What they don't realise is there's a lot of diversity within those groups. Someone said it was about 10 invasions over the past year. There's been a lot of damage to our properties.
They've used the children's sandpit as a toilet. They were stealing sweets from the shops, causing havoc in Waitrose.
It was like a big conveyor belt full of caravans.
They filled this area up in no time.
People were panicking, they were frightened, and they were trying to come up with vigilante ways of trying to drive them out. There were suggestions about having everyone bring their cars around and just beep your horns until they go. Just beep, 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 beep. And they were talking about trying to get a tractor down to slurry the wreck. There was all sorts. It was really... Emotions are very high here at the moment.
Abandoned hope all year he went to here, you know.
With community tension peaking, David and Alistair are on patrol.
We know the sandpit was used as a toilet.
We have got witnesses to say that people were urinating into the sand here. Do you know whether the sandpit was cleaned or not? Now, I'm not alarming you with your children playing in there. No. We assume it has been. We assume it has been. You were told it was?
Yes.
They've got toilets, they've got facilities, so they don't need to go into a public space and desecrate it. You've got human rights, I've got human rights, but when your perception of your human rights conflicts with my perception of my human rights, somebody needs to be the arbiter of the rule and set the rule. At the moment, nobody's setting the rule.
It's Sunday, and Danielle and Scarlett's photo shoot has hit the press.
Oh, Danielle Mason shows off her curves alongside the Traveller prodigy, Scarlet. Oh my God, it's only small. All that palaver over nothing. She looks really nice. Like, she looks cute and virginal. Scarlett's been ringing me all weekend, like, they basically wanted the pictures pulled because she's scared about this coming out in the paper, and it's not even a bad picture. She's so worried about what other people think. It's like, Jesus Christ, I could not live my life like that. Like, it's ridiculous.
Back in Cashel, Tipperary,
Releases.
Jimmy and Ali have survived another eviction and had their fourth child.
We could do with being housed badly. Instead of giving me eviction letters, trying to pull me out on the side of the road with the 4 small children, like, and a newborn. It wouldn't be a hard enough for them to do, is to do something for me here. Like, didn't a lot to ask for a toilet, a bit of electric. That's mostly it. It's kind of sad sometimes the way it is, you know what I mean?
Well, you're constantly like worrying about her. You're wondering, is she okay? Is she warm enough? Are they okay? Are they safe? Like when you get the very bad storms, like we put them all into the one bed, like, and I'd be worried if the trailer ever topples or what's going to happen. Like, we need a house. We deserve a house. Why should we have to worry about where we are?
But Ali has even more to fear than lack of amenities. Fellow Irish traveller and activist Mags has just heard some shocking news.
I think it's about £80,000 worth of damage.
About a house intended for a traveller family.
No one seems to have seen anything or heard anything, which is very surprising.
She's come to see the damage for herself.
It's another window, look, kicked out from the inside.
And people suspect it was the locals, not wanting to live next door to travellers.
You know, no child or no woman did this. This was strong men, and they were organised. It's just despicable. This is an act of hatred. This is not an isolated incident. This has actually happened across Ireland for the last 30 to 40, 50 years. Not long ago, a house burned to the ground as well. Members of the settled community don't want travellers living near them. But they don't want them at the side of the road either. They don't want them in halting sites. They don't want them in social housing. They want members of the traveller community to disappear or else become like settled people, and that's not going to happen.
Unlike in England, where trespass is a civil matter, since 2002, a trespassing law was passed in Ireland, making it a criminal act.
You can be convicted, your caravan can be removed, and you can face prosecution.
And news of the vandalism to the traveller's new house has spread.
Jeez. Shame, like, good house, perfect good house for someone to, like, the family is getting it, is probably happy with the house.
I'd say they're probably heartbroken. I'd be too afraid to move into it as well. You'd be kind of looking over your shoulder the whole time. I'm living with Jimmy 6 years, and before that I had no problems. Like, so to see kind of both sides of the story, needing traveller housing, it's completely ridiculous.
With tough new trespass laws, many travellers have left Ireland, for pastures new.
I had a sister, she couldn't get housing. After a certain amount of time, she got sick of trying and she moved over to England. For travellers, she thinks England is a lot better. Like in Jimmy's situation, really and truly have nowhere to go. This is more or less his home ground.
I'm reared and bred and born here in Tipperary. Like, it'd be an awful thing to move from Tipperary to England. I only want what's best for my family. That's all I want.
We just want to stick to ourselves and have a happy life like everyone else.
No, I'm not giving up, no. Still more fight in me left. Not giving up.
You can never change what we are. We are what we are, and that's that. So it is.
Despite the drama of the glamour shoot, Scarlett is still eager to be part of the modelling world.
Hello. Oh yeah, are you right? Are you all right?
So she's come to Danielle's to apply for a beauty pageant, Miss Swimsuit UK.
Have you told your family about Miss
Yeah,
Swimsuit?
I told Mum.
No more kick-offs?
No more kick-offs.
So, let's fill this out then.
Let's do it.
Scarlett just needs to fill out the application form.
Have you used the laptop before?
Oh no, of course I haven't.
I don't know.
So I'll just like put my name.
Age. Why do you want to enter Miss Swimsuit UK?
Oh, that's a lot to write, isn't it?
Do you want me to write it for you?
We don't often get...
In my community, we don't often get...
opportunities.
To become...
more noticeable.
More established.
Is that a posher word?
Yeah, more established. How do you spell opportunities?
We're a right pair.
I want to experience more in my life than just cooking, cleaning.
I don't cook. That sounds fantastic, see?
Doesn't it? I'm quite clever,
No,
like.
with you with me travelling brain and you with your gorgeous words.
You have had such a rough ride in your community over some man, so I think you deserve
a fresh start, not thinking of the past.
6 months ago, Scarlett faced criticism from her community after private details of a past relationship appeared online.
I had a really, really bad time in one of my relationships. Even to this day, it makes me feel like crap. A lot of people turn against me because of him. I had fake pages made of me. I had, just judging. Gossip can affect young girls in travelling community really, really bad. Really, really bad. And sometimes it even causes suicide. I feel what I'm doing is opening a new door and a new chapter for me. Like, it's given me something to look forward to in life instead of keep dwelling on my past.
Come on, Martin. Come on, yoke up the horse, come on.
In the town of Thurles, in the county of Tipperary, Irish traveller Barry lives with his wife and 6 children in a caravan on the side of a bridge.
Hold in for the horse, good girl.
Along with 8 other traveller families and around 30 horses, Barry has lived on the bridge all his life.
The boys are back from the jog there. They're just back from the jog with their horses, yeah.
There's one part of traveller culture at the heart of life on the bridge.
Generations and generations of my people, they kept horses all their lives. That's our tradition, like. They're part of the family.
Barry's way of life on the bridge has recently changed, as the council have built 6 detached houses costing 1.7 million for them to move into.
These are the houses that they've done, and it's a lovely project.
But frustratingly for the travellers, the houses were completed with no room for their beloved horses, despite, they say, an agreement with the council.
So now the contract is done. It cost 1.7 million, and they're not giving us no land for horses. They're the ones that pressured us to go for these houses and to give us the land that they promised us, and it never happened.
To make matters worse, the travellers' decision has attracted a media storm, after Irish presidential candidate Peter Casey criticised them in the press.
They want stables for the houses and an acre of land. I mean, how many people in... it's just
But
it's
they
so
do
silly.
have horses, that we can see.
Yeah.
Controversially, Casey used the situation to take aim at the whole of the travelling community.
Why should they be given status over and above yourself or myself?
They are seen as a minority ethnicity.
That's a load of nonsense. You know, they're not from Romany here. They're basically people that are camping on somebody else's land.
Casey's comments, along with the news of the unwanted houses, is causing even more conflict between travellers and settled people.
I think that there's two sides to that story, and one side is not being heard at all. And that's the side of the travellers community.
We're quite happy to live where we were. We didn't need houses. A house really never bothered me, I'll be honest about it. Stand there and hold them like that there, and put your two hands in the loose.
I like driving horses now. The best part of living here is we have our own property. We don't have to be bossed around and put it anywhere. We could tie a horse anywhere.
Hold the reins, pet. She hold him. She's 2 years old, and ever since she started walking, she's mad for horses. When I walk up down the gate, a horse keeps them right, keeps them out of trouble, keeps them from the towns, they're getting into hassle and stuff. We couldn't afford to do without our horses and do that to our family as well, I'll be honest about it. We couldn't do it.
The controversy surrounding the story has soured the relationship between Barry's family and their settled neighbours.
The atmosphere is completely changed. This whole thing is turned with our neighbours against us. Running us down very bad, I'll be honest about it, you know.
Even Barry's eldest daughter, Eleanor, has felt the effect.
At school, you can tell the people talking about you and you want to stand up for yourself, but you actually can't. You'd say something, but you wouldn't want to be mean about it either to make them upset. I think it's kind of bad.
In an attempt to get their side of the story across to their neighbours, Barry and his family have come up with a solution.
These signs here is up for to show all the people that pass us that we didn't ask for this. We didn't want anything.
They had a traditional way of life and we dragged them out of it. And we didn't provide any way of settling them in our community properly.
Horses is our life. That's not something that came overnight, and it's not something that you can throw away the next day. We're not giving it up. We're not giving up our culture, being the best way of saying it. We're just not giving it up.
Oh, we're going to get run over.
After being accepted to compete in Miss Swimsuit UK,
Oh my God, I really want to go shopping now.
Scarlett and Danielle have travelled to Leeds.
We're just here for a spray tan.
Tomorrow, Scarlett will be competing to represent swimwear beauty at its finest.
It's up to you if you want to keep your pants on or not. I usually don't keep them on.
Yeah.
Danielle also wants to look her best, and the race to full mahogany begins. An hour later, and suitably bronzed, but Scarlett's modern ideas are clashing with her traditional upbringing.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
She's worried about this swimsuit she's got to wear.
That's beautiful.
You're worried that a flap might fall out or something. I'm not allowed to say that in front of you, am I? Oh! What are you worried about?
Like, that's a bit thin there, isn't it? Like, it's too wide cut. I don't want me to be honest. I think they got thinking all that I'm from a travelling community.
What is different?
The way you dress, the way you act, the way you talk. The way you present yourself to a man is the way that a man will think of you. If you dress like a slut...
The way a girl dresses, that doesn't mean that's who she is. For instance, today I'm wearing a short dress, but it doesn't mean that I'm away sleeping with loads of different men at the end of my day.
I totally understand where you're coming from, but I think behind every woman there's a man. Your future is about finding someone and living with someone happy. And I think a woman got to give something for a man to respect.
But do you think that comes down to like clothing? Or is that, do you think that's just because of how you've been brought up and how you're environment?
Unfortunately, it's the way the men think.
I don't think all men think like that. The girls worry that a traveller man won't marry them if they look too slutty. But the way I look at it is if you love someone no matter what they do, you know, balls to everyone.
One day I do want to get married, obviously.
Yeah, but I think the right one would support you whatever you like.
Thanks for my time, I love it.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you for mine, I love it. Thank you so much.
Elmbridge businessmen David and Alistair have had word through about their borough's recent injunction.
The High Court has now said 3 years.
3 years, and as I understand it now, if they're an illegal encampment anywhere in Elmbridge on one of the 150 identified sites, within 24 hours they'll get them moved.
OK, that's fine.
Yeah, it solves the problem, but it just reinforces the difference. In many ways it's a pity because whilst all the unauthorised encampments are unauthorised, there are some that actually haven't been that unpleasant. The problem with the injunction is a fairly blunt instrument.
Yeah.
It stops all the travellers, regardless of the behaviour of that group, they'll be moved on. I can imagine that travellers get upset by the reputation that they get, and they all get tarred with the same brush. The settled community gets upset predominantly because they feel threatened by people that are different to them, but doing stuff that they don't like. So the solution isn't to stop them travelling, because I don't think you will stop them travelling.
No.
It's to encourage them to
It's
behave.
good behaviour, yeah. I've got to say that, you know, times move on and perhaps the travelling community are clinging to a bygone age that it no longer exists in today's society. Things die out.
Injunctions will undoubtedly change centuries-old traditions for all travellers that still live on the road.
It means that the travelling community and the settled community will be permanently separated. And I guess on a human level, that's just a shame.
Yeah, it is a bit of a pity. But I've got to say, I will probably take that option.
Who's that?
20-year-old Scottish traveller David lives in Perthshire, Scotland.
That's Corn Ferry, and that camp's shut now.
He fears David and Alistair are right. These injunctions could end the traditional traveller way of life.
If these camps keep shutting down, I can see my wee brothers and sisters missing out on a whole part of their culture that I had when I was growing up.
He grew up in a house.
That's when I was wee as well, look.
And also in a trailer.
We live in the house so that we can access schooling, but then of course when the summer comes round, that's us back on the road again. And it's really, really important to us to be able to get back on the road. And it's important for the young ones as well to be able to learn the culture and to learn the stories and the songs. And it's when we're most happy.
Look, you want to show? Look.
It doesn't have to be that a traveller pulls up on a camp, the locals lift the phone, the locals complain, and then the travellers get moved on and evicted. Why not instead we look at a system where travellers can go onto a piece of ground and there's bins and toilets provided. There's no mess, there's no nuisance, the travellers are happy, the local community will be happy.
David knows something needs to be done, so he meets with local councils to speak up for his culture.
I've been in the position myself where you just have to pull up where you can get stopped, because otherwise where are you going to go? You can't stay on the road all the time. So if you've not got bins and toilets provided, you're going to end up having a mess because it's so difficult getting rid of rubbish.
Have the travelling community got their own sort of people that go out and raise awareness?
I feel like the community relations are always going to be strained if we don't break the cycle.
Yeah, we want to be guided by the experts, which are the travelling community.
David's also studying anthropology at Aberdeen University.
I didn't want to go to university to get a piece of paper. The reason I went to university was to help my community and to make sure that the settled community could understand us better. A lot of the beliefs that the readings talk about as well.
He's open about his traveller identity, despite some people's opinions.
I did a talk on education and what I think could help younger travellers to get involved in education. After I'd done the talk, this woman walked up to me and she said, "Hey David, you know, that was a fantastic talk, but you're not a real traveller. I mean, you're at university for goodness sakes." You have to laugh at these things, but it's worrying.
With the changes to trespass law in Ireland and now these injunctions in England, it seems Scotland could be one of the last places for nomadic travellers.
Eviction action over camp at a football coaching pitch, right? The amount of times that we've travelled to a camp that we traditionally go to and it's been shut down, there's boulders all the way around it, and we've had to then pull up into a car park or pull up on golf courses And to be quite honest, we didn't want to be there. It wasn't a particularly good camp. The only reason we were there is because there was nowhere else to go. If the injunctions keep going on, then we're going to see a huge level of our culture die out. If we don't work together at this point, then it will be disastrous to our community. You know, we're an oral people, and if we get rid of the places where this oral history exists, then what they're doing is they're trying to get rid of the people. I think we're at a crisis point.
Babes, you got this really dirty. It's got fake tan on it.
Back in Leeds, an English traveller Scarlett's been up since the crack of dawn, as it's the day of the Miss Swimsuit UK beauty pageant.
I'm nervous. I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning. I was like...
As her mentor, Danielle will be supporting Scarlett throughout the day and is able to help with tough decisions.
I think there's supposed to be a hoop there.
That's too complicated,
isn't it?
I think this, because I've just had a spray tan and it makes me look really brown.
So we'll go with this one, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also joining the girls is Danielle's friend Grace.
Hello, my God!
Grace is UK Glamour Model of the Year 2018 and former pageant contestant, so has plenty of useful tips for Scarlett.
Right, how are you feeling anyway?
No, nervous.
Don't feel nervous. Deep breaths.
In a few hours' time, Scarlett will be taking the next step in her modelling career. This time in front of an audience and wearing nothing but a swimsuit.
I'm worried.
You're worried?
About this.
Oh, that's nice.
Do you think it's not going to show me?
It's not going to show you Minnie.
It's not that I don't like it, because I think it's lovely and I'm sure all the girls will look beautiful in it. But I don't want to walk down there with everything on show. And I won't. I'm nervous.
You shouldn't be nervous. You look so good.
Tonight's competition will be held at a Leeds nightlife hotspot. Welcoming Scarlett is Miss Swimsuit UK organiser Verena, also known as Mama V.
I'm a little bit nervous.
Yeah, but nerves and excitement is the same thing. You're going to be absolutely fine. Breathe.
Entering Miss Swimmer is a completely different thing for me. Like, I think it's a new chance. But there is boundaries, obviously. When there's a line, there's a line. I know not to cross that line.
With nowhere for Scarlett to hide on stage,
I'm excited to see.
it's time to see if her swimsuit is all it's cracked up to be.
Oh, it's an all-in-one-er? Oh, yeah. That's fit.
That's going to go right up my arse, ain't it? I just don't want this to be out on show.
No, your Minnie won't be out. It's going to look so cute.
If you want to be a model and a glamour model and fashion model, you need to be used to just feeling more confident with yourself, darling.
I come from more of a sheltered background than what they do.
This is kind of like quite covered up, really.
Oh, God, hell yeah.
It really is like asking a Muslim to take off their scarf. It's about decency and self-respect. It's like I've got to explain it, like from the beginning to the end. Why can't you take it off, or why have you got to wear it? Why can't you show your arms? I just don't explain it anymore.
What it is that what the family will think. That's what she's worried about.
Of course, I've got you. Think you'll be all right?
I think it's just self-respect.
This is show business, darling.
In a last-ditch attempt to retain her traveller modesty, Scarlett opts for a medium.
It's like covered up.
Yeah, it is.
With a bit more material, it does the job.
It looks classy. It looks great. It looks great. Look beautiful. Really do.
I think the reason Scarlett has gone down modelling route is because she just thinks you've all gossiped about me. So she probably just thinks, well, what have I got to lose? Like, if people are going to keep saying what they want about her, then why shouldn't she just go full whack with what she wants to do? She's had so much crap from people. I just think the girl deserves a break. I just would hate that for my daughter. It's not nice. Like, girls think it's all right to like troll people and that on the internet. It ain't. Like, people do actually like end up committing suicide over it. It's disgusting. It's not nice.
Right, good luck, girls.
Thank you.
difficult part about growing up in the travelling community. There's rules and you know what you've got to do. But sometimes you go with your heart instead of your head.
We've got Scarlett! Watching Scarlett just made me really proud of her. I want her to do well, just to like be two fingers up at people that have like gossiped about her and put her down. This whole journey's made her more confident in herself, and I think that she deserves it.
After 3 rounds of hard competition, it's time to announce the winner. But Scarlett's not defeated.
I want to tell every travelling girl, be yourself. Don't let other people bring you down. If you want to be something, you want to do something, go and get it before it's too late. And good luck with the journey with that.
In Tipperary, there's still no sign of a house or amenities for Jimmy and his family. Up the road, the houses opposite the bridge remain empty. Barry's family and the council are at stalemate. And like Cobham, Nuneaton has just become the latest town to receive an injunction.
Where do you want us to stop, Deb?
Even though there are many who do get on,
I'll teach you how to drive.
Johnson, you're a good guy. You do what you say you're going to do and you keep your word.
it feels like these two groups are still as far apart as ever.
I keep my distance.
Would I want a gypsy transit site next door to me myself? No, I wouldn't.
These people abuse the locals, threaten the locals, steal from the locals.
I wonder how they'd react if I rocked up onto the steps of their caravan, pulled me flipping trousers down, squeezed one out on their steps and left it there for their kids to walk on the next morning. How would they feel?
I think they have to conform and start being part of society.
They don't want us in their towns. They've come up with this newfangled law called an injunction. They want to sweep us under the carpet, want to hide us away, separate us.
This is our life, this is our culture, and we're not giving it up. We're not giving up our culture.
You can never change what we are. We are what we are, and that's that.
Gorgers judge a little bit too quick when they know that you're a traveller.
What people's got to realise is they've got to open their minds up and just get to know a traveller. If you've got travellers in your area, get to know them and you'll see what lovely people they are.
If Gorgers and travellers don't get on, it's because the Gorgers aren't willing to open their minds to get to know the travellers.
Whether you're a traveller next door or a Gorger next door, just get on with people. Do your best and get on with people.
If you do get on the right side of them as a Gorger, it's a plus thing because they'll always have your back. But if you do get on the wrong side of them, then you're fucked.